G'day, welcome to another live stream. Today we'll be going over more picoCTF challenges. So today the first challenge that we have is piece by piece. After logging in, you will find multiple file parts in your home directory. These parts need to be combined and extracted to reveal the flag. Enable once you launch the challenge. SSH to Dolphin Cove picoctf.net and log in as CTF player with password, etc. Okay. No hint as well. Okay, let's SSH into the terminal. Password is what they gave. So I might have. Okay, welcome to. So I'm in the terminal. So when you SSH, you use the username first, and then you provide the where you want to SSH to after that. So SSH is the base command. It stands for secure shell. It tells your computer to start a protocol for operating network services securely over an unsecured network. CTF player, this is the username you are logging in as. On the remote server, this user has specific permissions and their own home directory. The @ this is a separator. It literally means @ Dolphin Cove picoCTF.net. This is the host name or IP address. It tells the SSH client which specific computer in the world you want to talk to. And -P, this is a flag or switch that stands for port. By default, SSH tries to connect to port 22, but 52365 is the port number. Since many CTF servers run multiple instances for different players on one machine, they use unique ports like this one to route you to the correct container. Okay, so first we want to check out what files are in the current directory. Okay, interesting. So the string of characters, for example, -rw -r -r is the secret code for Linux file permissions. It tells the system who is allowed to read, write, or execute a file. Breaking it down, the string is divided into 4 distinct parts. The first character type - means it's a regular file, and D means it's a directory. Like for if you see .cache one. The 3 groups of 3. After the first character, the remaining 9 characters are split into 3 sets. Set 1 is the user. The first RW dash, this is for the owners of the file CTF player. It means the owner can read, write, but not execute. Group, the next R, this is for members of the file's assigned group. They can only read. And others, set 3 is others. So the final R dash dash, this is for everyone else on the system. They can also only read. So R stands for read, W stands for write, X stands for execute, dash stands for none, which is no permissions granted. Execute means they can run the file if it's a script or program. Write can edit or delete the file, and read can open and view the file contents. Oops. So looking back at the challenge, it says after logging in, you will need to find multiple file paths in your home directory. These paths need to be combined and extracted to reveal the flag. So to do that, we'd want to cat this into a file. Okay. So sometimes combining results in a text file, and sometimes it's hidden archive. So we ran this command file combined underscore file to see what the results are. So if it says it's ASCII text, you just run cat combine underscore file to see the flag. If the file says it's a POSIX, tar archive, or a gzip compressor, you'll need to rename it and extract it. So since it's a zip file, we need to rename it and give it a zip extension and then extract it. So we're going to move this combine file to flag.zip, and then we're going to unzip this. Flag.txt password. There's no, let's see. Okay, so we don't know the password. Let's look at what we have. Well, we have an instructions.txt file. So maybe we should read this. Okay. So I just press Control C to go exit that. Super secret is the password. Nice. Okay, so now we know what to do. We just got it. Let's go. Whoa, we have 6 seconds. Oh, nice. We had 3 seconds left. Cool. So that's that challenge done. I need to get like a soundboard or something that I can see if I can. So when I get it, I can click it and it's like a tick sound, like a cha-ching or something. I'll try and figure this out. But anyway, that's that. I will come back in a second and make some notes. Okay, so I've created some notes for this challenge that we've just done, the piece by piece challenge. So for SSH connection, you use the command SSH user at host, and then the port, and then the port dash P rather, and then the port. Syntax SSH secure shell at, and then the specific port. Linux permissions, you do list dash LA to list all the potential files in there. Format is first character. So for this, the read write permissions, etc., which we covered earlier, but the first character, a dash is a file or D is a directory, and then there's 9 character sets, sets of 3 for users, group, and others. So the first one is for users. So in the example, you have read write privileges for the user. You have read privileges for the group and read privileges for other. If it's completely dashes, then there's no privileges whatsoever. Combining and identifying files. So to combine, you do cat part underscore asterisk. To combine underscore file. Wildcard ensures alphabetical order. So in the example, so what we did cat. We did cat. We did cat part underscore a, and then the asterisk. So part is the name of that file, but the asterisk is everything else in alphabetical order after that. And then identity file combine underscore file checks magic bytes to determine true file type. E.g., it was a zip archive in our example. And then handling archives, you have to rename it. So you move the source target, e.g., we moved combined underscore file to flag.zip. And then you extract it, you have to unzip filename.zip or tar-xvf filename tar.tar.gz if it's a tar file. And if prompted for a password, you have to check the instructions.txt or environment variables. Cool. So that was that challenge done. I'm going to do one more challenge for today. I'll just quickly add this to my local notes because unless well, if I do May 26, okay. So I'm not going to add these anymore. I'm just going to keep them all here and just. The reason I was adding it to my my local files was because I wanted to, because there's going to be hundreds of these, but if I can just group these by months. So the first 2 were in April. The rest have been in May. It's going to save time as well. I'll just delete these ones. Oops. Documents. I don't need this folder. Okay, let's do one more challenge. Old sessions. Okay. Proper session timeout controls are critical for securing user accounts. If a user logs in on a public or shared computer but doesn't explicitly log out, and session expiration dates are misconfigured, the session may remain active indefinitely. This then allows an attacker using the same browser later to access the user's account without needing credentials, exploiting the fact that sessions never expire and remain authenticated. Cool, and it's called old sessions. Your friend tells you to check out a new social media platform he built a few years ago. Although it's still under development, he said the site is almost complete. He also mentioned that he hates constantly logging into sites, and so he has made his page that once you log in, you never have to log out again. Browse here and find the flag. Okay, this is a pretty cool one. It's different. David Gaviria. I should also start to pay tribute to the guys or the people who've made this, these capture the flags. Also, we've done general skills. This is the first web exploitation challenge that we've had to do, so that's just going to be cool. Based on the description, the vulnerability lies in session hijacking or insecure session management. The prompt mentions that the developer hates constantly logging into sites and made it so once you log in, you never have to log out again. This is a huge red flag that the session cookie is likely the key. The game plan. To solve this, you need to look under the hood of the browser. Here's how to find the flag. Register and log in. First, use the register button in your second screenshot to create a dummy account. Then log in with those credentials. You'll likely see a basic welcome page, but no flag yet. The magic happens in your browser developer tools. Press F12, go to applications, look for cookies and click the URL for the site. So, row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Billy Joel, Mary Jones, Austin, and admin. You have to right click anywhere on the page and click inspect to go to the browser's developer tools. You then go to the application tab. Which is here. So it's the application tab in Chrome/Edge or the storage tab in Firefox. Okay. the left sidebar, look for cookies and click the URL for the site. You'll see a list of cookies. Look for one that seems to control your state. Common names are session, auth, or admin. Okay. Oh, also, Mary Jones says, hey, I found a strange page at sessions. Nice, thanks for the hint. Okay, so we found two active sessions, one for the user admin and one for the current user, which is row, which is our current session. So how to hijack the session? You need to copy the admin session ID. Okay. You need to go back to the cookies. Storage tab, sorry. And then you need to click on the value of the session cookie. Delete the old value and paste the admin session ID. Okay. Okay, we press enter. Then you need to delete this sessions. Wow. You get a sound going when I find the flags. That says, what is happening here? By stopping your cookie, you're performing a session hijacking attack. It says, by replacing a session cookie with the one you found on the sessions page, you performed a man-in-the-browser style attack where you impersonated a more privileged user. The website failed to protect sensitive session data and used insecure permanent session flags, which allowed an old session to remain valid and publicly visible. Okay, so essentially, we have logged into the admins. Yeah, that makes sense. We've logged in as the admin into their account using their session ID, which was left readily available. Nice. Probably my favorite one so far. That was good. Don't need this. Don't need this. Cool. So we have the notes for the session hijacking challenge. Unique string. So session tokens are unique strings. Okay, I don't need this bit. That the server uses to identify who you are after logging in. Use the Storage or Application tab in Browser DevTools to view and edit active cookies. Moving from a standard user to a high-level user admin by swapping session tokens. Measure leakage. Always check comments or hidden pages like /sessions found in the challenge. They often leak sensitive session data. Flag captured. Successfully manipulated the session cookie to log in as admin and reveal the flag. Cool. Yeah, so let me just check the time. Yeah. Cool. Thank you very much. I think that's going to be everything for today's live stream. I'm starting to, build a bit of momentum. So hopefully I can start doing maybe 3, 4, 5 of these easy challenges in a row. We've got some cryptography and binary exploitation ones to do as well. So looks like it's going to be fun. Friday, it's going to be down. That's a shame. Might have to do some to try hack me, or what I'll do is I'll work on my project on Friday, and tomorrow's Thursday. So tomorrow do more CTF, and then Friday do the project ones. Cool. Thank you very much.